Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. Now today I'm going to be repotting my two extremely tiny Crassula plants, and this one here is Crassula Dorothy and this one is Crassula Emerald. Tiny little cuties. And these two little sweeties were gifted to me by my wonderful friend Kath at Purple and Thorns here on YouTube. And if you're not familiar with Kath's amazing YouTube channel, do go over and check her out and do subscribe to her. I'll link Kath's channel up above and down below in the video description. So thank you so much, Kath, for these beautiful little Crassulas. I've had these now for probably almost a year. And I potted these up in these two very tiny little clay pots, as you can see here, just to get them to root. And they've grown really well, they're fully rooted. And now it's time to pot them on into the next size up. Still a little tiny little pots, but definitely better size pot for them than these tiny ones. Now normally I wouldn't repot in the fall, the autumn time, but with these particular succulents, Crassulas, they're pretty much okay to repot in the fall, the autumn time. And the reason for that is because in my experience, the Crassulas, a lot of them come under the jade plants, money plants. They're winter growers. A lot of mine grow in the winter and flower in the winter. And because of that, it's pretty much safe to repot these succulents at this time of year. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm just going to show you the soil mix that I've made up here. I've made a soil mix of a very well draining soil mix, 3 equal parts of a loam based soil, LOAM. In this case I'm using John Innes number 2, and then I've used another part of grit and another part of horticultural sharp sand. So I've used 3 equal parts of loam soil, grit and sand. And if you want to know how to make your own cactus and succulent soil, then I'll link up above to a video I've made on how to make cactus and succulent soil in 3 easy steps. And I'll also link that video down below. But the most important thing is that you use a very well draining cactus and succulent soil with cacti and succulents. You can use whatever mix you like to use for your plants, but this one works very well for me. So here we go then, guys. Let's get potting up these two little cuties. Now then, as I say, I got the next size pots up. And this little potty is already cracked. When I tried to get it out, it's already cracked. So these are tiny little clay pots. I don't think it's going to be reusable again. Crassula Dorothy. So that one come away there. As you can see, tiny little root system there. It's so cute. So it was a little cut-in when Catherine gave it to me last year. So happy to see it's rooted so well. So obviously desperate for a repot. And then this one, Crassula Emerald, and this I'm going to use the back end of this little spoon here to loosen it up around the edges. That's come out as well. There we go. And as I said, that was a little cutting too. Only a little small root system on that, but definitely time to go into a bigger pot because it's been too cramped up in that little tiny clay pot. So a bit of soil in the bottom. That one. Just move the stand back so you can see a little bit more what I'm doing here. And a little bit of soil in that one. And then a little sweetie pie here. With a bit of soil then around the edges. Very easy to repot this one. Very tiny. And then I want to make sure then gently tap the soil all around the sides. By the way, as I say, they're related to the common jade plant Crassulas. They're lovely winter growers. I've got quite a lot of different types of Crassula plants in my collection. And if you want to know how to get your jade money plant to flower, then do check out a video I've made on how to get your jade money plant to flower. I'll also link that video up above and down below as well. So a little bit more soil around the edges there. And what I like to do when I repot cacti and succulents is I always like to leave the soil dry for about a week to 10 days before I start watering again. Now obviously this is autumn time, full time, so I would hold back on a lot of watering with the majority of my cacti and succulents at this time of year. But because, as I mentioned, a lot of my crassulas do continue to grow in the winter time, I do slightly keep the soil damp, a little bit of water about once a month to stop them from shriveling. And I find, especially with the winter growers and the bloomers. So that's Crassula Emerald. That's that one done. And then here, Crassula Dorothy. Again, I gently place that in there. A bit of soil all around. And I've made tons of repotting videos on this channel, guys, so if you want to see lots more repotting videos, do check out my channel on lots of different types of cacti and succulents. So it's most important that you use a very well draining soil mix, and everyone has their favourite types of soil that they like to use with cacti. So there's no right and wrong as long as the soil drains well and it dries out quickly in between waterings. And as I say, it's pretty safe for me to repot these type of succulents during this time of year because these are still winter growers, as are a lot of the Haworthias and Gasterias and Aloes and them types too. There you go. Crassula Dorothy. And that's them both done. I'm just going to top dress now with a little bit of top dressing. Now I've got some top dressing here, a bit of a mixture between pumice and grit. And the grit is molar clay, so a bit of pumice and molar clay mixed together, just a little bit of top dressing just to finish it off nicely. That's that little cutie done. And then top dressing isn't a necessity, obviously, but I always think it finishes the plants off nice, gives a nice little touch to them. And there we go. That's them two cutie pies all potted up. And I hope you enjoyed the sweet little video, guys. And thanks so much for watching. And for lots more tips and tricks on how you can care for and grow cacti and succulents, then please do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Desert Plants of Avalon. And for more growing tips on how you can care for and grow cacti and succulents, do check out the many vlogs and growing tips on my website, desertplantsofavalon.com. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye. Bye.